Hey guys, Kincaid here with your Survivor uh, Cagayan. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Episode 1 recap. It was a 2-hour premiere, and boy, it did not disappoint. It was very exciting. A lot of fans asked for all newbies. They won't be disappointed. And thank you CBS and Jeff Probst for listening to the fans. You guys definitely delivered. It was awesome. There were a lot of high points in it, and there were a lot of shocking stuff. I'll get into that in a little bit. There's a few things I want to bring up. First of all, I experienced something that was very, very cool. About, I'd say, a couple weeks ago. There's a organization called the JDRF, Reality for Diabetes, that I'm heavily involved in. One of the things that they do to raise money is to the girl that runs it, Tasha. I know her personally. I worked with her years and years ago, before I even knew that she ran this thing, and it's very awesome. But what I was getting to was, one of the things they do to raise money is that she posts phone calls, and you could donate through eBay. Well, one of the phone calls was Katie Collins. The very first one was the bid was very suspicious, but the second they redid the whole thing. They did a second phone call. Well, this guy named Alan ended up winning it. But what he did was he went online to several Facebook groups, and this is unheard of. And this guy is awesome. He's a saint. And he lives all the way in Ireland. So what he did was he posted on Facebook groups. He said, "Well, I won this call. I want to give it to somebody in the U.S. And it's my way of giving back to the Survivor community." And this is one of the reasons why I love being in the Survivor community. It's a great show. Most of the castaways are great with their fans, and the fans get along for the most part. And it's just a great community. And this is one of the reasons why. Well, he posted it in Facebook groups. Well, first I thought he was kind of kidding, and I feel bad for that because he wasn't. But long story short, he asked, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'm interested." Well, I'd say about a few days later, he's like, "Guys, it came down to I have my choices down to two. It's Chad and this other guy named Brandon. Who should I pick for?" And a lot of people, well, some people pick Brandon. Some people don't like me. That's cool. I don't, no big deal. A lot of people also said Chad, and apparently he received personal messages saying that I should get it too. And lo and behold, I won it, and I'm like, wow. Well, last Thursday, I got a call from Katie. It lasted like almost 40 minutes long. And words cannot express to the people that wanted me to get it, and the people that supported me, and to Alan, words cannot express. I mean, that was a very awesome birthday gift from the Survivor community. And I was nervous. She's a hot Survivor chick, and I was really nervous at first talking to her. But it was like a kind of with the situation with Matt, the first contestant I talked to, like within the first, I'd say, minute. Very easy to talk to. We basically talked about blood versus water this season, and there was a lot of things I did not know. And I also told her about the charity, the JDRF Reality for Diabetes. I told her how cool that was. I'm going to meet her in June. That will be very exciting. Speaking of which, the JDRF Reality for Diabetes, they are fundraising again. I encourage you to donate. I'm going to keep plugging this charity I'm going to keep plugging it. And also, I signed up for the team. I don't have no donations yet. So if you want to donate to somebody, donate to me, and it's for a great cause. It's for it's for the JDRF. It's for type 1 diabetes. Basically, it's a very serious type of diabetes, and they require insulin to move along. It's a very good cause, so I encourage you to please donate. So I wanted to get that off my chest. Okay, now I am going on to the recap here. Like I said before, very, very, very great season premiere. It was epic. They did not disappoint. Okay, so we go. It's Brains versus Brawn versus Beauty. I'm going to tell you right now, the tribe I'm mostly rooting for is the Beauty tribe. Not hard to figure out. I'm a guy. I mean, come on. And I'm also rooting for Bronze. There's a lot of people I'm rooting for. Past few seasons, I only rooted for like 2-3 people, and they never made it to the end, which is fine. But there's a lot of people I wouldn't mind winning this thing. I guess it's kind of the thing with the whole all newbies thing, which is great. It's great for the fans, and then we meet a lot of new people. There's no Redemption Island. That's a plus, and negative too. Like some people know me. If like somebody I like gets voted out, they get a second shot. Not the thing here. No Redemption Island. Anyway, there's no intro at all. There's not a music. There's nothing. And a lot of people know the reason why is because the composer's not with the show anymore, which that really sucks because the music was great. I love the music, and and I hope they. I know this is wishful thinking because he said he won't do it, but it would be great if Aris did the music. I know it ain't going to happen. I listened to the Survivor Oz interview and everything, but that would be awesome. Okay. We go into introductions. The Brawn comes in on a truck. Brains come in on a helicopter, and the Beauty comes in on a boat. Braun got ripped off. I mean, why not? They came in on a truck, but the other two came on a cushy ride. That didn't make sense. First thing they did right off the bat was they did something. They chose tribe leaders. The Beauties chose LJ, who's kind of a tall dude, and then the Brains chose David. I'm going to get into him a little bit. And the Bronze chose Sarah, who is a cop, and she's also, from what I understand, a UFC fighter. She's hot, she's good looking, she'd probably kick my ass. So I'm also rooting for her. So, and as the episode progressed, we see she's a pretty good player. So so that's that. And then they did something in Tocantins, and I hate this. They chose the quote-unquote weakest link. The Beauty, they chose Morgan, the ex-NFL cheerleader. I'm not really rooting for her. Yeah, she's hot, but her personality just kind of irks me. Yeah, Beauty's great and all, but you have to have some kind of personality to go with it. Yeah, she just seems kind of stuck up and arrogant. In one of the confessionals she had in the intro, she's like, "Yeah, I can get any guy to. I'm hot. I can get any guy I want." I'm like, yeah, she's hot, but that's as far as that goes with me. The Brains, they chose Garrett, which was really stupid, but he's the muscle of the group. More into Garrett later. And then the Brawn, they chose Trish, the Pilates instructor. As far as these weakest links go, we all know they go right back to camp. They don't get voted out. I think it's kind of a dumb, mute thing to do, because I don't think, besides the contestants maybe holding a grudge or whatever, I don't think it really changes the outcome because they don't get voted out, and it doesn't affect the well, it might affect them personally and then them holding a grudge or whatever. But I don't think it really affects the game too much. But that's my opinion on that. Okay, we go back at camp, and the quote-unquote weakest links decide to either benefit the camp by, I think it was choosing Rice over Clue to a hidden immunity idol. Trish does, I believe, the smart thing and chooses to benefit the tribe, which would put her in a better position than what she was before. And here's the other thing that's kind of dumb about the weakest links. They don't know the person; they're just going on first impressions, which you really can't do. But Trish goes back to the camp, and she chooses to choose the Rice and stuff for the tribe, which benefits the tribe. The other two, Morgan and Garrett, they decide to hunt for the hidden immunity idol because they feel like they're on the outs. Morgan does not find it. Real shocker there. Garrett does find the hidden immunity idol, and that does doesn't come into play later. I'll get into that a little bit, or towards the end there. Oops for the spoiler, but I'll get into that. Alright. We go to the Braun tribe, and we all know Mr. Cliff Robertson's a ex-NBA basketball player. Wu spots him off right away. He's like, dude, I know you play basketball because I collect basketball cards and I know who you are. But here's the thing. None of the Braun tribes really, because Cliff actually, and this surprised me, he was actually acting really humble and enjoyable, and he wasn't acting like an arrogant jerk, which I thought he would be because, he's a big sports star, or was. I think, he is retired, obviously. But, he wasn't acting, above everybody, and that shocked me, and, and I earned more respect for Cliff, and he's one of the ones I'm rooting for. But, now that his secret is out, I don't think he's going to... He might make it further, but I don't think he's going to make it to the finals. Because, he's played 18 years, he said. He's got to have some moolah staff somewhere. So I don't think he's going to go to the final three or two, whatever they're rumoring at this point. But I will give him credit. He was acting very humble, and he took Wu under his wing. He called him the Wee Man and Batman and Robin. I'm a big comic book fan too, and I thought that was really cute. Okay. Brains Tribe. Brains Tribe? They didn't look like the Brains Tribe this episode. First of all, they, at the direction of Miss Jatia, who I liked until then, and then I'll get into... She was just being really bossy and just bossing everybody around. That would irk and piss me off. Anybody knows I really don't like to be bossed around. I'm one of the managers at my job. I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but I just don't like to be bossed around. If I was there, I would have been plotting like crazy to get her off. I actually liked her until then, and later on there's another reason why I just don't like her at all, and I'll get into that. But basically, she was telling everybody how to build the shelter, and surprise, it just falls apart, and Cass is like, well, that wasn't good for the Brains Tribe. This tribe was so horrible, and I want to know who decided to put these people together as Brains, because when I'm going to get into the first immunity challenge, they sucked at that challenge. They were so far behind. It was just like... And Jeff was like, they lost their brains, or they must have, or something. I don't normally, the whole tribe is just, it fell apart, and, I thought they would do better, and, but they didn't. Of course, Shelter was an epic fail. Their tribal, the immunity challenge, they didn't do well. Epic fail on both parts, and it gets worse. Like I said, the Brains fail miserably. Beauty won, and then Braun came in second. So those two are immune. Those two tribes. Of course, the Brains lose. Tribal Council number 1. First boot is David. From we all know him as the general manager of the Florida Marlins. I read up a little bit on Mr. David Sampson. Apparently, he does not do a good job at the general manager thing or running a baseball team. I read where a lot of Florida fans do not like the guy, and they must have been cheering this episode because he's gone. First boot. I made a little comment on Twitter. He is about as good a survivor as he is running a baseball team. So we don't have to worry about Mr. David anymore. And he seemed kind of cocky and arrogant coming off the boat or the helicopter anyway. He was already, when he voted Garrett to be the weakest link, he was like, I'm planning ahead to day 39, and he's just a jerk, basically. So we don't have to worry about him anymore. All right. And then one of my Garrett, they do a confessional with Garrett. He's like, man, this is no fun. I didn't want to play Survivor to come out and survive in the elements. I just want to outwit, outplay, and outlast. Which, I like Garrett. He was one of my picks to go far. But, Garrett, what game did you sign up for? It's not poker, buddy. And then we go back to the Bronze Tribe. Sarah pegs Tony as a cop, and then Tony does a funny little bit where he doesn't trust Cliff, Wu, or anybody else, so he's building a spy shack to spy on everybody. I thought that was hilarious. So, you know, and I'm still in the works of this. I haven't decided this yet, but I'm thinking about making a Tony Spy Shack Twitter account. So I'm still thinking about that, but I thought that was really funny. And I'm also rooting for Tony just because I think New Jersey cop, and I think he's funny as hell. That tribal tattoo kicks ass too, man. Big huge tattoo. It's like all the way over here. All right, we go into the Immunity Challenge 2. Brains did a little better until the puzzle part, which Jatia blows. She totally ruined it. You know, I mean, I don't know if she choked. I mean, she choked badly. I'm sorry. The Beauty Tribe was behind. And LJ actually brings him back. I mean, he went back to the puzzle and he owned it. But the Brawn Tribe won it. Sarah was at the puzzle and she blew it out of the water. So, yeah, she's great at puzzles. And like I said before, Sarah is turning out to be a really good player. So the Brawn Tribe won again. Beauty came in second. Brains, back to tribal you go. But before that happens, Jatia filling the outs on the tribe. So what does she do? She dumps the rice. Remember, horrible flashback to Caramone when Brandon Hans pulled that crap. So she decides to go little Miss Hans and just dumps the rice out. However, they come to tribal council. Guess who gets voted out? Garrett. Okay, maybe Garrett was a little bit mouthy, but that was stupid of the other guy, the Brain Tribe, because he's obviously a physical like dude, and he can get you guys through some challenges. Instead, you get rid of him and you keep the rice dumping girl. God, stupid. That's dumb. So dumb. Dumb. Anyway, okay. But that's it in a nutshell. Like I said, great premiere episode. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys who I'm rooting for. I'm rooting mainly for Wu, LJ, Jeremiah, Jeffra, obvious reasons. I'm a guy, she's hot. Lexus, same reason, hot. Bryce is an interesting character. Tony, Lindsay I found out was from Indiana, so that's cool. Sarah, and Spencer. I'm voting for Spencer. I think he's a funny dude. So that's pretty much that, and there's a few others I'm rooting for. So, all right, well that's it, and so catch you on the flip side, guys. Peace, bye.